So I normally don't like to pick on studios and people in the game industry, but I'm going to pick on this. I'm going to call this out because this is Ubisoft Latin America choosing not to have Ubisoft artists create art for their promotion on Twitter, and instead they use and brag about using Midjourney. And that's problematic for a lot of reasons. First, there's the whole reason why Steam doesn't allow you to use generative art. Because you don't know the provenance of it. You don't know what was actually used to build that art. So they're using other artists' work to build art. Ubisoft has a gajillion artists. They have 1 million artists. Like just in Montreal, they probably have 30,000 artists or something. And you think I'm like, oh, that's hyperbole. No, they probably really do have 30,000 artists. They have so many artists around the world. And to not tap them for this and instead use generative art is, in a time when there's so many layoffs going on in the industry, that's gross. And I mean, so here, normally how this works is you create a game, and during the process of creating the game, it may not be the artist on the team, but there may be an art team that's the marketing art team that creates a bunch of assets. Like at Valve, it's a mix of both, right? There's a couple people that we would use that were just really good at getting that kind of look that you wanted. But you wanted to express what was in the game to players in this marketing material, and you just create this entire portfolio of it, and then when we needed to post something, or back in the day, send it off to press, we would have this to pull from. And I know Ubisoft does this, they have this, they could have used other images, but instead they're using an image generated by Midjourney, which is not going to be from the game, right? It can't be, by definition. It is going to be fanciful and not a representation of what you're going to be playing. Instead, for whatever reason, they use Midjourney. And so it's other people's art being used to create promotional material for Ubisoft, and Ubisoft not employing artists that they're actually employing. And that's a bad trend, and that's why I want to call it out. That's why I'm shaking my finger at Ubisoft today. First of all, read the room. I think the layoffs at Bungie in particular really hit people, in particular since they were calling for people who got laid off at Epic to come work at Bungie. It is an uncertain time in the industry. Don't sit there and be like, yeah, and we don't need you anymore, because look, we can just do this crap and people will eat it up. The good thing is people on Twitter are calling this out for the crap it is, and they pulled this ad, but they have other Midjourney stuff there. And so this is really disappointing by Ubisoft. And when you see this kind of stuff, call it out, because it's not right, for the entire employment and the artists and everything else. It's not right because they're using other people's art, but it's also not right because it's not actually showing you what's in the game or representing what's in the game. It is just literally made up BS that AI is, right? I mean, man, can we get off this AI train? AI is not the thing you think it is. It's not. It creates crap like this, right? So there you go. I'm going to call out Ubisoft this morning. Ubisoft.